Now, with everyone so focused on these ongoing atrocities in Syria, another massacre completely under the radar. And this one's a big one, what the State Department itself calls horrific. It involves Iranian dissidents called the Mujahideen-e-Khalq, or MEK for short. It's really a group of largely Iranian refugees in Iraq that now claims Iraqi forces murdered more than 50 of its members at Camp Ashraf earlier this month. And not just murdered, all but butchering them, in the case of a few, in a hospital. And now America's mayor is sounding the alarm on this. Rudy Giuliani with me now. Update us. What is this all about? What is this group?
This is a absolutely horrific situation. This group is a group that has been enormously helpful to us over the last 6 or 7 years in getting information out of Iran. They're the reason that we really understand where these reactors are, how far along Iran has come. When Rouhani, who was fooling us 6 or 7 years ago and bragging about the fact that he was fooling us, it's this group that got the contradictory information out of Iran that they were still going ahead with their nuclear program. So all of a sudden, now Iran wants to make nice on the surface. On September 1st, they killed 50 of these people in Camp Ashraf, which is right near the Iran-Iraq border. And there's no question that Iraq forces cooperated with them in doing this, because Iran is basically running Iraq. Now they have 7 more people that are being held hostage at Baghdad airport. They're going to be sent to Iran, where they're going to get executed. And I believe this is not happening coincidentally. This is happening because the Iranian government wants to shut down information coming out of Iran.
But, you know, here's what I ask you. Why is this group and the butchery that it's experienced any different than any of a host of others?
Well, it's different because right now we're supposedly entering into these negotiations with Iran. Last time we had these negotiations with Iran,
the president's going to, in fact, be talking with the Iranian leader.
The last time we had it, Iran
week.
Fooled us.
Well, would you not be talking to the Iranian leader when he's
whether
here?
you talk to him or not, you want a back channel. And what Iran is doing is trying to kill the back channel.
But isn't this the same group? And by the way, we're not showing these images of
these images,
the photos of
the
those
picture
killed.
I have here are pictures of men and women being killed in a hospital.
Yeah, this is brutal stuff, and we're not going to do that to you. But trust me when I say it, and as the mayor says, it's pretty ugly stuff. But here's where isn't this the same group that used to be on a terror list in this country and attacked American personnel, including Rockwell defense personnel, many years back? But it landed them on we don't talk to them list.
It did. A long time ago, they were against the Shah. And in that period of time, they were against us when they were against the Shah. When the Shah was overthrown and then the Ayatollah came in and it became a clerical government, they have consistently opposed a clerical government in Iran.
But they were never pals as of since then, right? I mean, there were a lot of problems.
In fact, the group that I work with is made up of the colonel who commanded this area of Iraq, 2 former members of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. These people, over the last 10 years, have been enormously helpful to us. And most importantly, when they laid down their arms in 2003, we gave them a promise of protection. The American military did.
To this group as well?
This group has a written promise of protection from the United States government.
So this group was taken off that terror list?
They were taken off the terror list by the UK, by the European Union, and then by the United States of America. And with proof that over the last 10 years they have been enormously helpful to us. And there are any number of generals that you could put on this show that would tell you they've worked with them, and these people have been enormously helpful in saving American lives.
But here is it. Tom Ridge was part of that group.
Ed Rendell, Patrick Kennedy, Howard Dean.
Howard Dean. Now, then that raised, well, they must be getting some money from this group or financial interest in this group.
No financial interest. Speaking fees at times. People have been paid speaking fees, including me, to give speeches for them, but I'm not.
So someone might come out and say, "Oh, that's it.
Yeah,
Rudy's doing this because money."
I have expended thousands of hours of work for them for nothing. I'm a lawyer. I get paid by my hours. I don't get paid for doing this.
But of all the opposition groups and all these, opposing groups, why does this one stand out or should stand out to you?
Well, this group stands out because this group is enormously helpful to us. It's also a group to which we have made promises. We have promised them protection. They laid down their arms as a result of that, and now they're getting slaughtered. And
you think the orders are coming from Iran?
There's no question the orders are coming from Iran. Iran wants to cut off the back channel. This is a humanitarian situation. And all these people that you mentioned that are giving their time and their efforts and have traveled all over the world, yes, they have at times gotten speaking fees. They have expended thousands and thousands of hours of pro bono work on behalf of this group.
But you seem to be able to trust them, or you think they're okay. But again, they have a history of not really liking us that much, and that's the fear people have with a lot of these groups. That they're friends and then they're not friends. You think this is different?
That history is 20, 25 years ago. The head of this group is a woman who's the head of a group like this. This is a group that believes in democracy. This is a group that believes in gender equality. This is a group that most importantly believes in a non-nuclear Iran. And this is a group that probably has been the primary source of information for the Mossad in trying to figure out what the heck is going on inside Iran.
So you think we should do what? Iran. Bottom line, we should do what?
We should send airplanes there and take these people out of there. We should redeem. I will tell you what the generals told me. They promised these people protection. The word of the United States is at stake. We should send airplanes there and take these people right to the United States immediately and not allow them to be slaughtered because we weren't able to work out protection for them in Iraq. Vice President Biden dropped the ball here when he didn't negotiate a status of forces agreement in Iraq and left these people unprotected.
Man. Rudy Giuliani, thank you.
Thank you.